It's time for Sustainable Living with Glenn Boblitz, the show that helps you be prepared to care for your family regardless of the circumstances that may come your way. Now, here's your host for today, Mark Lamb.
Back in the studio with Glenn Boblitz, we started talking about martial law, which has been a topic that we've covered before, but you know, the perfect storm seems to be brewing out there, and we had some hard issues to talk about last time, because if this happens, it's going to be a gut punch for a lot of people.
Well, we're already in conflicts around the world, and it's caused problems here and put stress on us. And there's a lot of dumb decisions being made and have been made that we're paying the penalties for. You know, though we're trying to get it all straightened out, there's too many piling up, and you can feel it in the people that you talk to. They're just trying to get along and live, and it's getting harder.
Right.
Hard times tend to make people a little antsy and don't want to put up with the crap no more. You know, as they say, I've had it.
Right.
Well, some people say I've had it a lot faster than others.
Right.
So those early groups that are a little more aggressive and want to start trouble, stay away from. You want if you have a group that is just trying to keep your little community together, your little inner circle together, that's who you want. Somebody that can provide protection if needed, but don't want to start the fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just want it fixed. We don't want to start the fight. We just want it fixed. And it may push you to the point where you have to fight. There's no doubt in my mind that some people within our government are pushing us to fight. I don't know if they want it to fight, they want it to fail. I mean, I've heard that 100 times. They want our country to fail. Gosh, that irks me.
Oh, it does.
In the old days, you would take them out back behind the barn and whoop their butts, you know.
Right.
And that would stop it. But, well, it's gotten too big. There's too much money involved. There's too much of craziness involved and evilness involved. You name it, it's involved.
Right.
Now we're coming to this crescendo of it may cause a collapse of civility. So here we go. So martial law, how many times has it been enacted? Full martial law.
Full? I don't know.
68 times.
Wow.
So
And that's in the last time span of 100 years?
Yeah,
or so?
well, I think it goes back to 72.
Oh, okay.
That's how many times martial law has been enacted. Now,
Okay.
it's not been knocked down, drag out martial law, but things like floods where people were looting and pillaging and riots, and you know, well, it had to be before 72 because the 68 riots was declared martial law also. But
Okay.
so it's not like it won't happen. It hasn't happened, and they don't know how to do it. They do know how to do it. So don't think it can't happen. And looking around going, this is a prime opportunity for it to go off the rail here.
Right.
And martial law is going to be in, and they'll block intersections, stop traffic, tell you to shelter in place. So that's where I'm gearing you people is they're going to make you shelter in place. You better be able to shelter in place. They're not going to take excuses.
Right.
These guys out there that are going to be trying to keep the craziness from happening are going, I don't care if you don't have a Butterfinger in your house.
Right.
You're not to go outside and go to the convenience store. The convenience store is closed.
Right.
Kroger is closed because they know people traveling out it are going to get into some crap.
Yep.
And people are going to lie to try to get out and do nefarious things. So
do you think
they're not going to allow you out?
Some people are even going to try to sabotage like utilities and things like that during this time?
Anything you could think of.
Yeah.
Any disruption any nefarious act is going to happen. I mean, look, it's happening already. If they'll rape a child, they'll surely shut your power off,
right,
or destroy your power lines. Do not think that these people won't go to the end of the earth
right,
to disrupt your life or kill you. They've already told you they would.
Well, we saw the anarchists come out in full force during the Floyd,
Right.
You know, and they
And you have people driving them with huge amounts of money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That pay. These are mercenaries. I haven't heard anybody call them that, but that's what they are. Somebody that's paid to hurt and injure other people, paid with cash, and they're not military,
right,
is a mercenary.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the mentality you're going to be dealing with
right,
in the future. That's already here.
yes,
They're just quiet about it. Some of them not so quiet about it.
yeah. Wait.
When people come into your church to disrupt your services,
Yes,
and it's happening a lot, that should tell you something right there.
yeah,
I don't want to categorize anyone, but they're coming to get you. They've told us they're coming to take over.
right,
Now, I believe them.
yeah, yeah. You got to,
So I go, okay, I'm going to prepare for that part,
right,
just like I'm going to prepare to have extra water. So I don't have to go out into chaos unless I choose to or I have to.
or you have to, right,
So that's the way you have to think about it. You can't just hide your head in the sand when it happens. You need to be prepared for when it happens, and that's what our show has always been about.
yes,
Is preparing for the crap that happens in life, just the simple stuff, right down to the evil stuff. Because both exist at the same time. So
Right.
if you're only preparing for one, you're only half prepared. So that's what I'm telling you. You need to know what the government is going to do, to how they're going to react. And we were talking about the law and when it was enacted. In 1978, the law was passed that the military cannot be used for domestic law enforcement, the Posse Comitatus Act. But in a full emergency, that law is now suspended. So it's not really a law anymore. And that's what people are confused about. Well, we have these laws. Yeah, but people aren't law-abiding anymore.
right,
So we have to suspend them laws, get it under control, and then we can bring the laws back. That's the idea of martial law. So the regular military can be brought in. Absolutely. Civil disobedience can be pretty wide. I mean, there's one thing to march around with a sign and protest. You should be able to do that,
right,
unless you do it violently and you start hurting people and injuring people, disrupting people, like blocking major intersections or major roads.
right.
Okay, you just slipped over into civil disobedience.
right,
That is injuring other people, whether it's injuring them that they can't go to work, or causing a safety issue, all that kind of stuff. You want to protest, step to the side, but let the traffic through. You know, Charlottesville was a good example.
Yeah.
Look how that escalated. So just the civil disobedience is one thing. If it gets crazy, whether it's a foreign influence or our own people going into a civil war, I'm not sure what's going to happen in midterms. Seems like we got a civil war right within our own government now anyway.
Yeah.
And they're battling back and forth, you know, and you know how nefarious some of their actions are
right,
in front of the cameras. What worries me is what happens behind closed doors. What's being plotted against behind closed doors. I don't care which side it is. And it seems like none of it is good for us,
Right.
for the people. They're definitely not doing what we're asking them to do. You know, country's kind of in trouble at the moment. They just want to take a 6-week vacation. No,
I know.
there is so much you need to do.
Right.
Now get on it. No, we're going home 6-week vacation. Do the best you can. See you later. Bye.
Right.
And I don't know how many people know this, but you know, a senator is paid for life.
Really?
Yeah.
They get a salary?
Yeah,
Wow.
salary for life.
That's a pretty good gig if you can get it.
Yeah. And you go, you don't even deserve the paycheck for this week.
That you're getting, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, like you said, I digress. So what are they going to do in this martial law? The intent of martial law or goal is to restore order, stop riots, quell strikes. Britain had the farmers' strike, brought all those tractors in and just stopped
Gummed up
all
the works.
traffic. I like the one guy brought the manure truck spreader, big tank, shot it all over the Capitol steps.
Good.
And go, that's what I think of you.
Yeah.
Pretty appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely.
The next level would be the protection of life or critical properties, critical infrastructure. If you have somebody is threatening, you know, to blow up a dam or turn off water or blow up a tower for communications, all those things. I mean, martial law can be declared, and they go, okay, they'll send everybody out and try to protect those infrastructures because they're critical.
Absolutely.
You don't believe me? Just, you know, turn the power breaker off at your house tonight in the middle of the night and try to function.
Right.
It's pretty important. So,
yeah.
so that those are the reasons that they do it. Now, if there's some natural disaster, you know, we all know that they'll come and help with that. You can call FEMA help, but you know that's the design, the intent, the goal.
Right.
Whether they reach it or not, that's another story.
Right.
All right, so there's levels to this martial law. One is the assistance level. You assist to civilian authorities, your local government. You know, if you got a flood, took out bridges, they may bring in the Corps of Engineers, put up a temporary bridge. So those are assistance. If you need somebody rescued, helicopters can be brought in and pull people off rooftops. You've seen the news clips. Logistics of moving food in and out, those kind of things. That's the assistance level. Two, there's no law enforcement function to it. It's just helping people. You know, that's the assistance level. Then you have assistance with law enforcement, where people are desperate. Fuel. Martial law was declared in, what was it, 72 during the gas crisis, right? Lines that were stretched for miles, waiting to get 5 gallons of gas. That's all you could get.
Yeah.
And people got a little testy. Some people tried to jump in line and got their butts kicked. And then a bunch of people come in and kicked a bunch of butts. And next thing you know, there was a huge riot at the gas station. Well, they said, okay, that's enough of that crap. We're declaring martial law. And we're going to send in the National Guard and the law enforcement, and we're going to stop this.
Right.
Thankfully, it didn't last too long, but it got out of hand in a hurry. Then you have total martial law, and that's where the military comes in. The military takes over everything, including the court system, and it is fast.
Wow, I didn't know about the court system.
Yes, the courts are suspended.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
This is probably going to be a longer term thing where it's been going on for a month, and they go, okay, we're declaring total martial law. It could be statewide or it could be nationwide.
Okay.
Where we are taking over. And, we've heard about QAnon or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're supposed to arrest all these people and,
Right.
and have military tribunals. Wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit, but if it's more like war,
Okay.
where you have insurgencies within your country, and we know we do, that got the signal from somebody and said, today's the day, go up and terrorize the country and just disrupt the whole country. And the sleeper cells, you've heard that term a million times.
Can I add here, too, that the FBI director said a number of years ago that every state's got them?
Sure they do.
All 50 states, from the FBI director, says their cells.
How many million military-age Chinese people came into the United States?
Oh, yeah. Chinese nationalists.
Come on,
ton of
people.
them. Yeah.
No families, no kids, no. You have to eventually wake up here.
I hate to say, Glenn, but I think that they may not even be the ones, although they're under, through social media and the bots and all are doing their work, but they're waiting for America just to melt down on itself, and then they're going to pounce.
Well,
They're just going to help with it.
I'm thinking some of them guys are looking back at China and going, this place ain't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
We'll act like we're going to be tear up Jack, but I got a nice little apartment here and
certain freedoms,
all kinds of food, and the bar is great,
right?
And but there are people that are die hard, and China. When China tells you to do something, you do it, or they'll kill you.
Consequences. Sure.
I don't know whether it was true or not, but they said there was a police station in
New York.
In New York,
New York City,
a Chinese police station that was policing the Chinese people that live here.
Yep.
Wow, that's a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in charge of New York at the time that didn't know this?
I don't know, but I do want to make a comment of something I heard recently about Giuliani, because the chaos. Andrew Klavan said this because he lived in New York City before Giuliani, and he was overseas when New York probably was at its worst. He came back, and Giuliani had started straightening things up, and he said it was like a different world.
Right.
And he said, and there wasn't a day that Giuliani wasn't called a racist by the New York Times or something.
Yeah.
But he turned that city around.
Yep.
And the next two mayors benefited from it. And when I say the next two, even Blasio, the last one, benefited from Giuliani. But this new guy in there, he's just ripping it a new one.
Oh, Lord.
Threatening to, we're going to arrest Netanyahu. That was one of his campaign promises until he found out, well, I can't really do that.
Yeah. Yep. He probably got a call from Trump. He's like, you idiot.
Right. But anyway, it's just,
All right. So in martial law, what is it? And what's crazy is there's no precise definition. They just said the military's taking over and they're going to make up the rules as they need, as needed.
Right.
Wow, that's a broad stroke there.
Oh, absolutely. Covers a lot of ground.
But remember, that's what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope that there's a lot of good people in the military, and I know there is.
Right.
There's also some idiots in there too, so hopefully Hegseth got rid of a lot of them.
He got rid of some of them,
yeah,
for sure.
I forgot what the number is, but it was a lot.
Right.
There's no precise definition. And it's also not in the Constitution. Martial law is not in our Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sure why. When the founding fathers probably said, well, this is a good enough reason to just keep everybody civil.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably didn't think that all the way through. I mean, they did a great job, but they go, well, there's enough laws here. If people follow these laws. Mm-hmm. But what if they don't?
What if they don't? Right.
That's the problem. And it's not so much the people that don't follow the laws. It's the government itself don't follow its own laws. So, and that causes problems. So here we are. No act of Congress has ever defined the law. They've tried several times, and they just ended up with just down a rabbit hole. Because you have to say, yeah, but what if they don't follow the rule? We're going to set all these new rules, but what if somebody doesn't follow them? Mm-hmm. Or what if it's so bad that the rules don't apply? So that's why martial law is so ambiguous. Mm-hmm. It has to be, because you don't know what disaster is going to happen.
Right.
There's too many things that could happen. Ta-da! That's today. There's too many things that could set this off. I mean, people are running around throwing matches at gunpowder here. So that's the reason for it. And it's probably going to be ugly. It probably won't start out that way. It'll probably escalate. And the guys on the other side that are trying to do the right things, the military, do the right things, and being spit on and shot at,
sure.
And all of a sudden you get kind of ticked, and they may get meaner as time goes on. So they're going to have a horrendous job to do.
Oh yeah, they're going to be away from their families.
They're not going to be very patient,
right? And they don't want to really have to do it, but they're obligated to enforce it.
And the thing of it is, it's going to disrupt so many things. Now, the military is very good at logistics, but I've been in the military, and I know what the procedure is supposed to be, but
right.
I'm telling you, we're all human, and some people aren't as smart as others, and some people just don't do their jobs well, and it causes problems.
Sure.
But as far as a military goes, I've seen it work like a well-oiled machine, and I've also seen it stumble like a drunk elephant. So they're not going to be in the best mood, folks.
Right.
They're gonna be forced to do things that they really don't want to do. The Civil War proved that, where brother was against brother.
Yes, right.
Can you imagine the conflict in your heart of knowing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, your neighbor may be a liberal. He's been a good guy his whole life, but he's still a liberal. Which he's never caused any problem. And all of a sudden, he is the problem. And you go, wow, Bill, I hate to do it, but now I got to punch you in the mouth because you're trying to come over and steal my food because you didn't believe none of this was going to happen.
Right.
So it's going to be all that kind of stuff. But the military, they're not going to be that way. The military is going to be very matter of fact, straight down the line. Everybody is going to feel the might of the military, and that's not where you want to be. You want to. If you want to do something for the military, take them a sandwich out there because they probably didn't eat regularly. You're out there standing post, and I'm here to tell you the military is great for that. Oh, I forgot your unit needed food this week, you know, because some guy didn't order it from the mess hall, you know. So befriend them, yes. If they're doing good, help them out. But don't go out in it and stick your nose in their business.
Right.
Because you'll probably get punched in your nose.
So, Glenn, you know, with all this stuff being said leading up to this moment, these last two broadcasts, if I choose to get in it and I get stupid, what's going to be my fate under martial law?
They'll have a jail for you. Now, jail may be just a fenced-in area with tents until they can do better.
Or some modified metal containers, and they put a
whatever they can
Gate
find
on
at the
it.
time, you
Right.
know, adapt and survive. That's how
Right.
military operates. You know, if all I have is tents, that's where you'll stay. If I don't have any tents, you'll sleep your butt on the ground because you were stupid. And we told you not to come out here and disturb your little town.
If I'm not violent, could I face possible, well, let's just say it, execution, whatever?
Well, there's going to be military tribunals. Now, that could be as simple as a captain passing judgment on you. I'm either going to cut you some slack, take your weapons from you, and turn you loose. But if I see you again, you're in my database. If I see you again,
He's judge and jury, in other words.
yeah, you're going to jail. You're going to Tent City.
Right.
If you've killed somebody, we're going to execute you. You tried to shoot one of our guys, we're going to execute you.
Right.
You are a combatant. I wouldn't suggest it.
Right.
All right. So how long can martial law be declared? Indefinitely. There is no time limit. So you can see if it continues to escalate, it'll take at least 3 times that long to de-escalate and back down, especially if it goes hot. If we have some type of terrorist war on our own soils, hell, it may be a generation. We don't know. But martial law is going to be declared during that time. And here's the thing about martial law, and it happened during the Civil War also. If they need food and they've run out, or they need water, or they need supplies, or they need trucks, they can commandeer that stuff. They can write you a little note, or they'll just take it. You know, they can write you a little promissory note. You know, I took, you know, a dump truck from Glenn, and we'll promise to give it back when we're done. They don't really have to pay you anything. They can just give you that promissory note, and it may take you 10 generations before they get around to paying it off. Who knows how it's all going to work out, but make no mistake, the military is going to be in control, and you need to be well prepared to stay out of their way. And that's the point of this. If they need help defending your county, absolutely help them out. That's what these militias were originally set up for, as a reactionary force, you know, against the British. But that also works for against our own government. If they become so tyrannical that an insurrection occurs, that will immediately trigger martial law, depending on who's in office.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of important to make sure you got good people in office. So that never happens.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think we've missed the mark. But we can do better.
Yeah.
The Constitution allows us to do better. So midterms, please do better.
Yeah.
That's my point. And be prepared in case it doesn't.
Right.
Be well prepared. And go back through all the podcasts and glean as much information as you can. Gather your inner circle, strengthen it, strengthen your family, strengthen your faith. You're going to need it.
And strengthen those neighborhood relationships.
Yeah.
It's going to become important.
If nothing else, go around and find all the critical people that you need. A good doctor, a good mechanic, a good farmer. You need them.
Yeah.
And tighten that inner circle up. Get prepared, folks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's where I'm going to leave that.
Okay. Well, Glenn, thank you. As usual, when people want to get a hold of you to, ask a question or say, hey, Glenn, could you cover this topic? Best way to do that?
Through Facebook, Sustainable Living Made Easy with Glenn Boblets.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Join us again next week for Sustainable Living with Glenn Boblets, helping you be prepared and not scared. This podcast drops every Friday anywhere you get your podcast.